In this video, I want to cover my top 5 mistakes that I find a lot of Amazon FBA private labelers doing, and some of the mistakes that I went through to be able to share with you guys so that you guys don't make these costly mistakes. If you guys didn't catch me at my last video where I shared the story of how I lost about $10,000 within a total of 2 months of selling on Amazon FBA, please be sure to go do that. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's up guys, and welcome back. If you guys don't know me, my name is Andy and welcome to the Prestige Amazon FBA YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe. Consider subscribing. I release content on Amazon FBA specific topics every week, twice a week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to join our Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind group on Facebook. You can search that on Facebook by typing in Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind or checking down below in the link in the description for a direct link to that. Also, if you guys haven't gotten the 2019 Prestige Amazon FBA cheat sheet, please be sure to do so. If you guys are just starting out, I'm sure you guys will benefit from this. I include a bunch of discount codes in there as well for softwares that you may be using for your research journey, so please be sure to go grab that. But let's just get into it. Reason number one, mistake number one that a lot of people make is cutting corners and not really investing in your product. Now, I understand a lot of you guys starting out and trying to build this second stream of income with Amazon FBA. A lot of you guys don't have a lot of money to invest. I see this post on different Amazon FBA groups all the time asking, you know, is $1,000 to $2,000 enough to invest in a private label business to produce a product? And sometimes it might be. I've launched products as low as $1,000 to $2,000 as well. But my main point here, or the mistake that a lot of you guys make, is that you guys cut corners and you guys kind of lower the quality of the product that you're trying to put out in order to meet margins or sometimes just increase margins, which will result in a lower quality product. And this is something that you do not want to put out into the market. You really have to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer and ask yourself, you know, would I really want to buy this? And if I were to buy this, is this something that I would return? Is this something of quality that I would want to keep? You really want to focus on the quality of the product when you guys are putting this out. It'll definitely pay out in the long run. You want to be able to put out a product that you would want, that people buying your product would want to leave reviews for. So with that said, customers that buy your product are more likely to leave a review if they're unsatisfied with your product, as opposed to if they were satisfied with your product. They're almost 100 times more likely to leave a review if they were unsatisfied. So keep that in mind. Always put forth the effort in creating a quality product and do not cut corners and be cheap with this. Mistake number 2 that a lot of Amazon or starting Amazon FBA's sellers do is to not invest in themselves. This is definitely a mistake that I made when I was just starting out. You know, I was stubborn. I thought I had known everything about Amazon FBA. I thought I didn't need to invest in a course. I didn't need to ask for help. Everything I needed was on YouTube, and I basically just spent a few hours just looking up Amazon FBA on YouTube, and I thought I knew it all. If you guys saw me at my last video, I kind of go over this mistake as well, and it definitely resulted in a huge loss of money. I guess something that I don't regret nowadays, but definitely invest in yourself. You know, a lot of courses from a lot of the big sellers nowadays cost like $500 to $1,000 just for the course, and I highly recommend that you guys do this before you guys are diving into your product. This is something that I didn't do, and I didn't invest in myself before getting to this, but I invested into the product, and I ended up just losing $5,000. So if you guys are looking into getting to Amazon FBA, please be sure to educate yourself. You don't necessarily have to invest in a course. There's honestly so many valuable resources on YouTube, and you can honestly get away with launching a really good product now with just YouTube videos, because so many content creators are out there like myself are providing you with a bunch of value to, you know, help you get your product out into the market and build your brand. So it's not necessary, but I highly recommend going with a course just because everything's laid out for you and you can kind of go through it step by step. Main takeaway from this: invest in yourself before you go and invest in a product. One is more expensive than the other, and you know, whether or not you fail, one will benefit you more. So be sure to invest in yourself. Well, that brings me to mistake number 3, which is doing your research. Now this could be doing your research on e-commerce in general, doing your research on Amazon FBA, or you know, most importantly, doing your product research. If you've been following my videos, this is something that I preach and repeat on and on again, especially to people who ask me questions. And I say, you know, product research when it comes to Amazon FBA is one of the most, if not the most important parts of the Amazon FBA business model. If you don't have your product research done, if you guys don't spend enough time doing your product research, you'll end up launching a product that isn't as promising as you thought it was, and you don't want to be wasting money in that sense. You don't want to be skimping out on this, and you don't want to just be thinking on your own, in your own opinion, that you found the ideal product. Now, a great tool to help you with this is Helium 10, and if you guys do not know what Helium 10 is, it is a full suite of tools that is pretty new. It's about a year or two old, but it's the most all-inclusive suite of tools that you can find currently on the Amazon research space. It has everything from finding you the perfect product, as well as finding you the most profitable keywords, as well as helping you set up the perfect listing. And if you haven't gotten the cheat sheet already, I include a 50% off discount code just for the Prestige Amazon FBA family. So please be sure to go get that. And you can also find that in the description below. But product research is the most important part, and a lot of people make the mistake of not spending enough time doing this. What I recommend is you come up with at least 5 to 10 items using Helium 10, and you know, narrow it down from there. You can contact the suppliers and move forward that way. But please spend, I recommend, at least 2 to 4 weeks, you know, a few hours a day just doing product research, making a list of, you know, pluses and minuses for each item, and then moving forward that way. Mistake number 4 that most Amazon FBA sellers make is thinking that they know it all. Chances are, if you guys are jumping into the Amazon FBA space and you guys have found the product that you want to sell, chances are you're not an expert at that product. A lot of times when you're jumping into Amazon FBA and you're selling a product, it's a product that you have found profitable, and it's probably something you would have never imagined in your life that you would ever sell on an online website. For example, I was recently looking up, you know, profitable products, and this was probably a year or 2 ago. Not saying you should jump into this product, but you know, silicone oven mitts and grilling mitts. I cook sometimes, but I don't cook enough to know what people are looking for in silicone oven mitts, and this is something that comes with product research. You don't want to assume what your consumer wants. Just because you think something is good for the product and good for sales does not mean that will reflect on the rest of the world looking at silicone oven mitts. For example, you don't know what heat capacity people are looking for in silicone oven mitts or grilling mitts. You don't know what color is ideal. You don't know what color people would prefer. You know, you don't know what size most people are. You know, it may be a universal size, but you don't know that. That's where product research comes in. It's not up to you to decide what the rest of the world wants in your product. You want to be able to create a product that the majority of the people want and would appeal to most people, especially looking for, you know, silicone oven mitts. Especially if you don't cook and you have no idea and you want to sell this profitable product. Put yourselves in the shoes of the consumer, see what the consumer wants. Check out your other competitors, see where their downfalls are, and use that to your advantage, and you know, make those customizations to your product to better suit your consumer base. Now that brings me to mistake number 5. This is the most important mistake and the biggest mistake by far that I find people making with Amazon FBA, and that mistake is not starting at all. so many of you guys are looking to create a second stream of income, and you guys have done, you guys have looked through a bunch of YouTube videos, really intrigued to start, but you guys don't. There's even people who have gone as far as to buying courses, spending $500 to $1,000 on courses, but you guys don't even start, you guys don't want to put in the work to do product research, or you guys get to a point where you get really discouraged and say, it's too saturated, Amazon FBA is too saturated, I don't want to waste money, I don't want to take the risk. With any business model, there's always a risk. It's up to you guys if you want to, move forward with that. With any business and with anything in life, anything worth it doesn't come easy and doesn't come without a bit of risk. You honestly have so much to gain and so little to lose. I mean, you may lose a couple $1,000s like me, but I mean, I made this video for you to not lose a couple $1,000s. So do your research. Educate yourselves, especially with Amazon FBA. Set yourself up for success. That's something I didn't do and something I want for you guys, to save you guys thousands of dollars. So I thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. But anything in life, as mentioned, doesn't come easy. So if you guys are still looking to create that second stream of income and doing it through Amazon FBA, I highly suggest that you just start watching YouTube videos, start jotting down notes, look for items in your day-to-day life that you would potentially want to sell, do that back-end research. All you have to do is, take a walk, go shopping, see what you think may be profitable, enter that onto Amazon, see what that back-end looks like. And you just do that every day, just have Amazon FBA in the back of your mind and see what you could potentially sell. But that concludes it for this video, guys. I really thank you guys for tuning in once again. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any mistakes that you guys think that are really important, please be sure to drop that down in the description or the comments down below. I would love to hear some mistakes that you guys have made. If you guys are currently Amazon FBA sellers, but as mentioned before, please consider subscribing. If you guys are Amazon FBA sellers or looking to get into the Amazon FBA game, I could release content for you guys really often, so please be sure to stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys want to hit that notification bell, that would be awesome, just so you guys know when I release videos. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.